I think I'm live. Hold on a second. I'm coming right back. Oh my gosh. I'm coming. Oh my gosh. Is anyone on? Hold on. Here we go. I put a little hard line in. Okay. Hey guys. I can't see anything on here. I can't see. I don't even know if anyone's watching. Hey. Okay, somebody commented. But I can't see if there's I can't see anything. They switched over to a new producer thing on Facebook when you go live. And I don't know what we're looking at here. So I'm, hey Carmen. Hey Dee. What's up? Hey Brian. So I'm trying to figure this out. I can't see, what's this thing? Oh, what did I just do? Oh, okay. So, hey guys, what's up? I'm trying to figure this out. It's a new, I get used to doing things a certain way, and then they change it, and they changed it on me. So this whole thing is new. Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I don't even know how many people are. I can't see a lot of stuff on here. I hate having to share. You're like, okay, thanks for sharing, Rachel. So I'm gonna start talking real quick. You know what? I can look on my phone. There you go. I can do that way. See, there we go. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What's happening? What's new? What's not new? I probably should have to put this on new. Oh wait. So I'm gonna turn this down. Okay. little drama there at the beginning. I'm not even on camera. You're frozen, but you can hear me. Not good. Anybody else? Am I frozen? Hey, from London. What's up, Leslie? Hey. Oh gosh. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Michigan. We're gonna talk. We'll have a little chat. Talk about Gretchen. Gretchen's gotta go. The hashtag Gretchen's gotta go. But first, real quick, I would like to talk, because I'm hearing a bunch of globalists freak out. Oh my gosh, Trump is he's defunding the World Health Organization in the middle of the pandemic. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about him, because the World Health Organization let this thing happen. That's right. So why would we be funding an organization that allowed the whole thing to go down? Okay, my brain is like, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't be giving you billions of dollars. Or actually, let's look up. I have numbers. We've given them $3.5 billion since 2010. Okay, and before it starts going off about Obama gave less to the World Health Organization in his first 3 years than Trump did. We gave 1.1 billion more to the Trump organization, and this is adjusted for inflation. We gave over $1 billion more than the Obama administration did for 3 years of his presidency. So don't say Trump's not generous or doesn't want to help people that are hurting or to help people in, but you got to back it up for a second when you realize, wait a minute, the World Health Organization, which is just a bunch of globalist hacks, really. The World Health Organization turned a blind eye to China, okay, during the whole thing went down. So I wrote down, because it's important to know timeline. So I want people to just understand the timeline of China and the World Health Organization. So when you can talk to people, you can be like, wait a minute, they're shady, and I don't like shady. I don't like shady people. I don't like shady organizations, and the whole thing is shady. Okay, and I don't want my tax dollars going to shadiness, and I'm sure you don't either. So on January 14th, the World Health Organization tweeted, preliminary investigations by the Chinese authorities have found the evidence of no human-to-human transmission. Okay, this is January 14th. The World Health Organization says there's no human-to-human transmission. China has told us that there's no human to human transmission. Everybody needs to calm down. That's the World Health Organization on January 14th. Okay. They then downplayed the coronavirus to nothing more than a typical respiratory illness. Okay, this is the World Health Organization. These are guys that's supposed to be the smart, right? The people that know everything about pandemics. It's no human-to-human transmission. It's nothing more than a respiratory illness. Okay, everybody needs to calm down. So that's what they tweeted out. That's what they're telling everybody. Okay, they went on to, they declined to call the China outbreak an emergency of international concern on January 22nd. So when people are starting to, peek up here at this, I'm like, wait a minute, this is starting to grow a little bit, I remember covering it back when I went live and I was like, yeah, coronavirus, it's in China. Like that's what the World Health Organization's saying. And that's what China's telling us. It's no big deal. Like they've got it under control. China said they have it under control. It's no big deal. Okay. And then on January 22nd, like I just said, they declined to call the China outbreak anything that the world needs to be concerned about. It's like no big deal. Okay. So like everybody needs to calm down. In the meantime, Trump's like, you know what? I'm going to ban travel from China. I just, it's January 31st. You guys, a week ago said it's nothing to be concerned about, but they're communists. The Chinese are communists. So I'm going to ban travel from China. Okay. The Chinese government, and I want to specify because people are like, oh my gosh, you can't say this about the Chinese. The Chinese government is bad. They're bad people. They didn't want anyone knowing about this virus. The doctors that did speak up on it went missing. Journalists investigating on it also went missing. They locked people in their homes that had the virus, so no one could talk. They're not reporting real numbers. And the World Health Organization is siding with China throughout this whole thing. In the meantime, the United States is giving the World Health Organization millions and millions of dollars. Now, Trump looks at this and he thinks, why? Like what? We give the World Health Organization 14% of their funding, their global funding. 14% is given by the United States. China is like 2%. So why? And then the World Health Organization, after Trump bans travel from China, the World Health Organization comes out and says this is completely unnecessary. Okay. This is so unnecessary. This shouldn't happen. The fact that the president is banning travel from China is crazy. This is unnecessary. There's an overreaction. This is the World Health Organization said this. Okay. So Trump's looking at all of this going down and he's thinking, why are we giving you money? You're siding with communist China, a nation that treats their citizens often has several human rights abuses. They lock people in their homes that have the virus. They're not reporting real numbers. They used to mandate like abortion, one child policy. Like these guys are crazy. They kill Christians, straight up kill Christians. You're not allowed to be a Christian in China. They kill you. Okay. So Trump's like, we're not gonna, until we figure out what's going on and why you lied to the world, like literally lied to the world and told us this was nothing to worry about. We're not gonna give you any more money. And now we've got Nancy Pelosi and the whole Democrat Party outraged that Trump's not giving an organization that let this pandemic completely slide any more money. They're freaking out about it, which to me, going back, if you've been following me for a long time, I'm all about exposing globalism. I'm all about calling out the globalists, okay? This is a perfect example right here, right now, and it's shining a light on who the globalists are. People that are siding with communist China and the World Health Organization, they're globalists, okay? They're for America. You can't be for America and also for globalism, because globalism's goal is to get rid of countries, to have a global government, to have a global system, no borders. We're all just, hey, and then to implement socialism. That is the globalism agenda. That is what they want to accomplish. So you can't be for individual liberty, freedom, America, and at the same time, a globalist. Globalism hates nationalism. Globalism wants to destroy a nationalist ideology. They want to destroy patriotism because they want no countries, no borders, globalist type ideology to be implemented into our world and then to push socialism. That is the globalist agenda. So right now we have a wonderful opportunity to sit back and watch the globalists come forth. They're exposing themselves right now in front of us, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. It is incredible for me to watch because I've been like talking about it for a long time, and people are like, "It's crazy! Like that's just crazy to think that." But now we're seeing it happen live, and I'm thrilled because they can't sit on the sidelines. They're like, "Oh my gosh, we have to defend China. We have to defend the communists. We have to defend the World Health Organization because they're globalists." Okay, same with United Nations. That is a globalist pushed like entity is the United Nations. They are for globalism. And so right now we're being able to watch these people expose who they really are, to expose their agendas. And it's awesome. Like when you think about it, it's awesome because it's a guessing game. Like for me, for a long time, I've been like, I know some Democrats are globalists, but I don't know like which ones. But now they're just coming out and showing us. Nancy straight up is calling out Trump for not backing the World Health Organization and funding them anymore. And that shows where she stands on this whole stage, this whole platform, which is awesome to watch. So I completely and totally support the president in defunding the World Health Organization because they turned a blind eye and they believed what communist China told the rest of the world. And we would not be dealing with this right now if the World Health Organization investigated China and said, no, we want to find out more, which makes me think that they were in cahoots with China. So something's on my screen. So I'm happy to watch this go down right now. I'm thrilled, actually. I wanted to hit on that, and then I also wanted to hit on, yes, Michigan. Let's talk about Michigan. I did a satire a couple days ago on Gretchen Whitmer. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I have a lot of family in Michigan. My grandmother, before she passed away, she had a lake home on Michigan, and in Michigan. And I have a huge affinity for Michigan. I absolutely love Michigan. I go there almost every summer. Michigan has my heart. Love it. So talking to family, they're like, we can't do anything. You can't even go. Okay, just to give you guys a quick background. Gretchen Whitmer is the governor of Michigan, and she's gone off the chain. And I told my sister this earlier today, when you give someone power, that's when their heart is exposed. Okay, so you can say you believe in this, you can believe in that, but once you have an insane amount of power, it exposes your heart. It exposes what's inside. Okay, so Gretchen is elected governor. It's like, hey, Gretchen. Then she gets an incredible amount of power. She's given the authority to tell people to stay in their homes, the authority what they can eat, what they can drink, what they can buy, what they can wear. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And she's gone crazy with it. Like she's gone crazy with it. She's not allowing people to, like, let's say you have two homes. So you live in Detroit or you live in Lansing and you want to go up north to your lake home to check on it. You're not allowed to go from one of your homes. And a lot of these people have lake property. So they're not allowed to go from one place to another place to check on their property. Okay. She's banned the sale of beauty supplies. She's banned paint. She's banned people from buying seeds, from buying garden supplies, from banning carpet. I mean, the lady has gone crazy with power. And when she's asked, like, why? Gretchen doesn't know why. She just says, the virus, and because I'm governor, because I can. And it's been incredible to watch this woman who has been handed this much power and what she's done with it. Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, she doesn't care about responsibility, really. She just cares about the power part, because responsibility, there are people out there, landscapers aren't allowed to landscape. Okay, how is a landscaper who has their own business, they put their lawnmower in their truck, They get out of their truck with the lawnmower, they go over, they mow someone's lawn with it. How are they transmitting the virus? How are they putting anybody else in danger by landscaping? Okay. She's shutting down businesses that are needed, that are feeding families. She's shutting them down because she loves the power. And it's scary. And it's been absolutely, man, earlier today, I'm homeschooling now. And my phone pops up and it has this video of Michigan people have taken to the streets. They've caused this huge gridlock. And I think it's Lansing is where they organized, and they have all decided to just revolt against this crazy woman. And it's absolutely beautiful. I saw people all over the place, cars all over the place, people marching, holding signs, finally saying enough. Okay. And then I tweeted out on Facebook, and I don't tweet it, I posted it on Facebook, and I get people that follow me, that follow my page, and they're like, yeah, but they're putting other people in danger. Listen, this is what I have to say about that, okay? The government is not our parent. We are not a socialist nation. The government is not our parent. We have the ability as grown adults to make decisions for ourselves. If I am in danger to the virus, if I have a compromised immune system, if I'm elderly, I can make the decision to, you know what, I'm going to go out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it. Or I can stay home. But you have to allow people choice. That is liberty. That is freedom. That is what we are all about as Americans. Okay? You have to be able to allow people to take risk. You take a huge risk every single time you get in your car to go anywhere. Do you want the government then to mandate we can drive your car? They might think, oh, it's a little scary. More accidents occur at nightfall. So we as the government, because we think we know best, we're going to ban people from night driving. I mean, at what point do you tell the government, no, I'm a grown adult. I will do as I please, not because you've given me my freedom, but because it's been endowed to me from the Creator. And that's the problem I'm witnessing with people right now. They're like, oh my gosh, people could get, people, the people are going to get sick. And I'm like, okay, we have to allow risk. I mean, it's amazing to me what fear has done to us. It's amazing to me. And my favorite quote, which I just keep, listen, this is, those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty or safety. And that's Benjamin Franklin. Do you know that the Revolutionary War was what occurred under several pandemics? I mean, there was typhoid fever, yellow fever, scarlet fever. There were all of these different pandemics happening when our founders fought for our freedom. They didn't stay home terrified that, oh my gosh, we can't fight for our freedom because we could get sick. You have to risk it. Risk is involved. And it's time as Americans that, and at what point, and this is another thing, man. I know some socialists, guys. I know some straight up socialists. And they're fine with this. They are completely fine with staying home. They've become very complicit. It's okay, But what they fail to recognize, because they're socialists and they have not an ounce of common sense when it comes to economics, but the government does not create money. You get that, right? Like the government is not they don't create wealth. The government doesn't produce money. The government takes money from working Americans. So if you eliminate working Americans, where is the government going to get the money that the socialists want handed out to Americans? Where? If you take away the working American that is paying the government, The government makes their money. The government makes money off of our taxes. Okay, I know this is so basic common sense, but some people don't get it. Okay, the government makes money from working Americans. When you stop Americans from working, the government no longer has money. Like, this is for your socialist friends that can't put two and two together. Okay, so we've eliminated the producing American. We produce. We've eliminated the producing. So what happens when you eliminate production? Who's going to fund the hospitals? Who's going to fund the essential things that we need for medicine, ventilators? Like, who's going to fund it when you, like Margaret Thatcher said, if the problem with socialism is eventually you run out of people's money. We have eliminated the workers from working. Country runs on the worker. That's what we are, America, right? Like, and we've stopped. That should concern everybody. At some point, you have to start working again. And yes, that comes with risk. It does. So if you are somebody that has, you're more prone to getting sick, you have a compromised immune system, you're elderly, don't take the risk if you don't want to take the risk. But we shouldn't have our government playing parent. This is not easy. And logic would tell you at some point, financially, we are in crisis if we don't have the money, right? So that's what I'm saying. And it's amazing to me, these socialists that I know, they're like, it's okay, it's fine. We won't do anything until there's a vaccine, which is like, a year and a half from now. What does our country look like a year and a half from now without election? I mean, when I heard that, I was like, okay, we're done here. I can't even listen to it if there's no common sense. There's no logic. If they're void of it. They're completely void. Like, they can't. And another thing, I'm very concerned. Someone says, shut up, stay home for how long, Cosmos? Let's call you out. Stay home for how long? Till we get a vaccine, Cosmos? Is that Cosmos, whatever your name is? How long? At what point do we start working again? These socialists, they're showing themselves. They're suddenly coming out. They're being exposed. Cosmos, if you don't want to work, stay home. Stay home. You don't want to risk it, stay home. And a vaccine. We have no vaccine for HIV. Do people know that? Do you know there's no vaccine for HIV? None. AV's out there. Whatever. And this is the thing. If you're fearful, if you're really afraid of getting sick, then you shouldn't risk it. But I don't know why companies and businesses can't open up and utilize common sense practices. When someone's sick, do you go out with them? Like, you're a family member and they're like, oh, I'm fighting by bad cold. Or you like, hey, let's get together. Let's hang out. No, you use common sense and think, you know what? We'll hang out when you feel better. Somebody has a fever, you wouldn't say, hey, let's hang out. Let's hang out. Whoa, some of these people are they don't show signs of sickness, right? That's what people are arguing. They don't show signs of sickness. They don't know, and all that stuff. Well, okay. So if and this is where we have to have the real argument. Do we allow people to test us? Do you allow people to test you? And then where does that go? Right? Like, okay, they're testing you. Where does that go? Who has that information? Where's that log? We're walking a fine line here. Walking a very fine line. This Cosmo's still going off here. You stay home. We are ready for America to reopen. Yes, we are. We're ready for America to reopen. And if you don't want to risk, don't risk. You can still use common sense practices. And I'm at a point where and some governors have been great. I think what we've witnessed some people go off the deep end, like this Gretchen lady, who's been given an incredible amount of power, and she's just gone change. So I'm not going to take up too much more time. I want to watch Trump's press conference. You're probably going to watch it too. Yeah, Raymond, socialism is for 100 million people. We forget that. Because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Every single dictator has kind of socialist ideology. You get it, right? Like every single they communist and communism and socialism are they're like brother and sister. Okay, they're the same thing. They really are. Communism owns production. Socialism owns what you produce. So the state owns it. So they're okay. And both dictators are usually communists or socialists. So it blows my mind, these people that give so much power and authority to your government because you think that they're good. You think that they could never become corrupt. And that's what has failed humankind time and time again when they try socialism and when they try communism. It put an incredible amount of trust in people that should not be trusted. Because with power comes corruption. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So if you're giving these people this much power, it's inevitable that they become corrupt. They have no accountability. You are believing that they're just going to do the right thing. How trusting and naive of humans to believe that giving these people, this government, because people don't get it. Socialism is the government taking over. The government owns you. You are owned. The government tells you what to do. You follow suit. The government tells you where to work, what to eat, when to go out. Like it's government takeover. And these little socialist minions running around right now, like, oh, it's great, because you trust government. You do. But you've never read a history book, a world history book. Because when you give that much power and authority to an entity, to a being, to an organization, to a group of people, they become corrupt. It's time and time again. Over and over it happens. So I'm not that naive. I'm just not. You're free to be. I mean, if you really want to believe, go for it. I'm just not there. All right. All right. We'll talk soon. I'm going to log off because I want to go see Trump. Due to, but yes, go Michigan. Go Michigan. Don't walk in fear. Use common sense. If you're sick, stay home. But we have to we have to start working it. If that means, people wear masks when they're working or they socially distance when they work. But at some point we have to start producing or else we're done. Like we're a producing nation. And so even if you are a socialist, eventually if everything's producing for you, little socialists, because you want everything, the producers are not producing. Doesn't make sense. We can't do this for long. So, all right, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.